Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics, where this may be the last video on the car. It's 99% finished. Last episode we painted it. I've just been in here unmasking it. Can't pull it outside in the light because it's dark out. But we will tomorrow. I'll give you some good shots in the sun. But anyway, there's this side Laguna type stripe and the stripes on the roof and the hood. All the lines come out pretty good except for these little corners here, but I can touch them up at some point. Not too worried about it. Other than that, the black came out really good. No bugs. It dried fast. Come out shiny, as you can tell. Really happy with it. It doesn't show the blemishes on the silver that much. See, I had to sand out a run right here and right here, so I'm going to spot them in at some point. No big rush. Same with these little curves here. That's alright. I can take a little bit of sandpaper and smooth it and a little rubbing compound and get them perfect, but I just don't feel like doing it right now. And yeah, I wanted to repaint this silver too because of all these bugs that came in when I painted the silver. But so anyway, it come out pretty good. I really like the Summit acrylic urethane. That's twice now. I painted the white on the Avalanche, now the black on this car. Really like it. It just sprays a lot smoother than this cheap stuff I've been buying, this acrylic red and black. Just more happier with this, and it's worth the extra 25 bucks, you know, and you didn't need any reducer with that. I did add a little bit, but didn't really need to. It is pretty thin, whereas that acrylic's a lot thicker, and it comes with its own reducer to thin it, which is, I don't know, it'll, you know, you can paint more. You got more paint material with thicker, but so anyway, yeah, I'm just out here sweating. It was so humid today. It was about 102, and the news said it felt like 109. I guess the humidity. Just been sweating even out here right now. I don't know what it is, but looking at my phone, it says it's 92 degrees, but humid. So it probably feels like 100 at 9 o'clock at night. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put on the marker lights. There's little bezels. They go right in here on the back and the front. Put on all the chrome around the windshield, around the back window. What else did I have to put on here? I don't have a lot. Oh, we got side mold. Maybe wait till tomorrow for that. I know a few people were anxious to see these side moldings. They're the old style that come with the tip, and we're gonna put the old style stick-on moldings on the side. I did buy a roll of red pinstripe, and I didn't think of it, but I was going to put it around, right around here, just on the top. But I don't know. Well, the problem is I don't think I have enough to do the bottom as well. I can measure it, see how many feet it is, but originally I just planned on, originally I planned on silver all the way to the bottom, silver all the way up to about here, then a silver outline and then put a red pinstripe. I'll show it to you, but we'll check it out more tomorrow. I don't know. We'll have to see how many feet it is. Does it say? Yeah, it's 150 feet. And see, it's about a 1/4 inch. Is it? Yeah, 1/4 inch by 100 feet. So it is the same size as this. Same size as that or that. So I don't know how much. If this is 20 feet long, that'd be 20, 40, 60, 80. Yeah, that'd be enough to put it here and here. I don't know if I want to do that. There and there. Maybe. Maybe, but anyway, I got that. We'll figure that out tomorrow. I'll sleep on it. So yeah, side moldings, chrome for the windshields, bezels. There's probably a few other things. I got a box of stuff over there. I'll have to go through it and see what else we got to put on here. And other than that, I think she'll be about done. And then tomorrow, when we look at it outside, I'll go over. I got it all written down of how much I got into it. Like I mentioned before, it was 20. I could have got it all painted just like this, in this condition, for $2,400. That includes $750 to buy it. Then the main things was $500 and something, $517 for the quarters, and then all the rest of the stuff, $2,400. But I went a little overboard. This $2,400 is pretty dirt cheap, and I spent more. I'm estimating $800, but I just had to spend $175 on a windshield. So it could be $1,000 extra dollars I put into this that I didn't really have to, but I wanted to. I figure it's worth it, and the value's in there. You know, if it's a $10,000 car, and I got $3,000 into it, that's, or you know, $3,400, something like that. But yeah, we'll go over that tomorrow, every detail. That's funny because like Mortsky, he keeps saying that it's cheaper to buy one already done. Cheaper to buy one already done than doing it yourself. So I keep telling him, no, it's not. I don't know where he gets that from. And he just proved himself wrong on his last video. He bought that Model A or Model T or whatever the hell it was for $23,000. And it needs everything. It needs everything redone. It was half-assed put together. You know, the engine's, what was the engine doing? Smoking or leaking oil or something. Using a lot of oil. So it needs to be rebuilt. It needs everything. The body's not in very good shape. Just black primer. Somebody just cobbled. It's a cobbled together little teeny car there's not a lot of parts to it. 23 grand. And he's going to redo it, and he thought he was going to buy one already done. So that's, to me, that's what I'm going to tell you guys. It's way cheaper to buy one and fix it up yourself, and then you know, and you can fix up the way you want it. You know, if I bought one already done, where am I going to find one with Laguna stripes and racing and everything that I like? You're not going to find a car with everything that you like. You know, gauges and headers and dual exhaust and all that stuff. So you might as well just buy a cheap one that needs everything and build it the way you want to. Like I said, I'll have about $3,400 into this, and man, I got it just the way I would want it. I'm not in love with these type of cars, but you know, if I was, this would be perfect. I'd rather have this paint job on Well, I do have a paint job like that on the 69 Chevelle, but it's gray and dark gray and whatever. Or black and dark gray. That's because that's just the paint I had. My favorite colors are black and silver for a car. Black with silver stripes. But anyway, I'll always be a proponent for build it yourself. It's way cheaper than buying one already done. Unless you buy an oddball car. You know, unless you buy a real oddball car that ain't worth much, that's had a lot of work done to it, and you get it, you know, cheaper. Yeah, but they're far and few between. A common car like a Chevy, even a Chevelle like this, especially the older ones and older Novas and all that. Yeah, you could build it way cheaper than you can buy one. Already done. So I just figured I'd mention that, guys. Okay, I guess that's all I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna put all this stuff on tonight, and in the morning we'll pull it outside and we'll do the finishing touches on it and everything. Oh, and I meant to say on the last video, as I always say it whenever I do a painting a car video, don't fall for spray painting your car. They still pop up on my feed there with spray bomb and turbo bomb, and just they only do it for views, guys. They really wouldn't do that on their own car. They're just doing it for views. They'll get 1 million views for doing some bullshit like that. But don't fall for it. You know, it'll look like shit, or it'll look like a half-assed shit job. And there's no hardener in it. If you go to repaint it, it's going to all wrinkle up. I mean, here's what's left over of the black paint. Look at this. That's friggin' hard. And over time, that's going to, you know, pretty much be rock hard. And if you ever wanted to repaint this, touch it up, sand her down, paint it again. You can't do that with a spray can job. You'll have to sit there for days and days and days with a razor blade or chemical cleaner and strip that whole car down and get all that old crap off there. And it ain't saving you no money. This black paint, this paint was $159 for the paint and the hardener. These kits here were $135, hardener, reducer. You'd spend that in spray cans. Believe me, a can of spray can is what, $7 to $10, and believe me, one spray can isn't going to spray very much. You know, if you're going to put like 2 coats on it, you're going to use $150 worth of spray cans doing that. So it ain't no cheaper. It ain't no cheaper. So anyway, I say that every time I paint a car. Don't fall for any of that crap. Spray canning your car. Okay, guys. Well, we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll put this together and pretty much get it done. And we'll see you then. Well, good morning, guys. It ain't bright and sunny out yet. It's early in the morning. Just pulled her out. But that should have, man, that carburetor works good, man. It cold starts. You know, cold starts don't mean it's cold out. It means that first start of the morning. Sounds great. Yeah, it looks good. We'll get a shot of it when it's real sunny out here later today. Tell me what y'all think about the Laguna type stripe. I put a bunch of stuff on. I put the bezels on. Put the Malibu emblems on, marker lights, few little things. I didn't put the windshield chrome on yet. Need to steel wool that. Okay. So I just finished adding up the total cost of everything. So we'll go over it. Oh shit, I meant to contact Art. I didn't want to, I wanted to get it done before I wanted to show them before and after picture. The before picture of when it was all cut up like Sheriff Buford T. Justice's car there on Smoking the Bandit, where the roof cut off and everything. Okay, so I think it turned out pretty good. She was I wouldn't say a basket case, but every body panel on it's been changed, including the roof, floors, trunk. That was all before though. That was 10 years ago, the roof or the floors in the trunk. But see, it doesn't matter if something had a little rust hole or completely wasted. It has to be replaced. So it really didn't look that bad before I started on this go around, but it was just replaced everything on it, the whole body. Okay, so let's go over it. So I bought it off of Art, 750 bucks. I didn't want to. He asked me if I wanted to buy it after he had it sitting here for 10 years. I said no, not really. But anyway, I gave him $750 for it because I thought I could part it out for that. I mean, the drivetrain's worth $1,000 easy. Put in another car. But I just didn't have the heart to part it out, scrap it, strip her down for parts and all that. So, plus, you know, like I said in the beginning, it has a lot going for it to start with. You know, had a good drivetrain, rebuilt transmission. Art was one owner. And it's, you know, got a whole lot more options on it than, say, the plain Jane car that I took the body parts off of. It's got the swivel buckets, console, got the gauges, got tilt, cruise, power windows, power locks. It just has so much going for it that'll make it worth more come time to sell. See, so instead of just a plain Janer. So that's why I decided to fix it up. He had new tires on it, although we replaced the front ones because they were starting to get a little dry rotted. Okay, bought it for $750. I kind of got this in order of how I did it, of what parts I bought. Bought 2 new quarter panels off of, I think they were Summit. You gotta really look, guys. $517.36, because they were, what were they, $360 each shipped. But luckily, Summit was combined the shipping. So it was $17 for 2 new quarter panels. Urethane to put in the glass, 25 bucks. Clips for the windshield, 20. Put in new ignition key switch, $17.84. Belt moldings for the door, it goes on top of the door there, $74.32. Trunk weather strip, $30.44. And then we got into the silver paint. I paid $75 for, and $75 for the hardener, but I only used half of that. Okay, so that I only marked down 75 bucks for the silver. The red spray can interior paint, 2 cans, 20 bucks each, that's 40 bucks. Put in new power window motors, $95.53 for the pair. Dome light, $18.94. The original black acrylic paint that I bought off of eBay, but not that I painted the car with. We painted that with a Summit. But the black, I used half of it because I painted under the trunk, under the hoods, door jambs, wheel wells, just all kinds of stuff I painted. I used half a gallon, so I marked down 70 bucks for that. Gallon of primer, 108 bucks. Welding wire, 30 bucks. Yeah, somebody has that. How much welding wire? You must have used a lot. No, I used a 1.5 whatever rolls of it. 20 bucks a roll. So I only used a new spark plug wires, $31.17. Red pinstripes, 25 bucks. We'll get to them. I went over that. The door weather strip, $111.50. That was just for the door. That was just for these door ones here. These ones here I replaced 10 years ago. I got some cracks in them, and I don't know what happened there. But they still seal up good, so the price of that stuff is through the roof now, so I didn't want to spend money on that. Okay, red fabric dye, 10 bucks. Redid the seats. Pins and bushings for the door, 20 bucks. The aftermarket rear view mirror, which fell off. By the way, it won't fit on that one that came with the windshield. And I had to re-2-way tape it. Anyway, it came off. We'll get that figured out. 15 bucks. Okay, the side moldings, which we're going to get to here in a little while. I'll show you them. 63 bucks, which is pretty expensive, but it's the only thing I could think of for this. Oh, I hope it doesn't interfere with that Malibu emblem. It might. 50 bucks worth of sandpaper. The LED headlights I bought for another car. I used them on here. 48 bucks. Like I said, brand new regular lights, replacement lights are 10 bucks each anyway, so these were about the same price. And a lot of people say, oh, I don't like them, you get the better ones. Yeah, well, who's paying for it? Do you want me to put nice blacked out ones like that are on the L82 El Camino? Yeah, go ahead and send them to me, I'll put them on. A few things. The fog lights here, I had them brand new in the box for like 20 odd years, but I marked down 30 bucks for them. The rear speakers I marked down 50 for them. I can't remember the guy's name, but he sent me that little stereo deal there. And yeah, I was wondering what that was. If it comes out, yeah, he has Leonard Skinner and USB port. I forgot to mark down that. I think these were, I just ordered a bunch more. $5.75 or something for a little power outlet. I don't care too much for the light coming on. It looks like it's draining the battery, but that's the way it's supposed to be, and it can't drain it that much. But anyway, put a little power supply. I forgot to add that in there, guys. And then the Summit paint, which was $159, and I used half of that. So I marked down 80 bucks for the Summit paint. Okay, so that's adds up to $2,406.25. Okay, now that's what it looks like now. That's what I could have built this for, and it would have been running and driving just fine. Okay, but then if we were at $2,400, is pretty dirt cheap to build a car. Buy and build. Yeah, you know, a lot of people don't add that purchase price in there. So that was like, well, we'll say that's phase one. $2,406.25. So I knew it was cheap, so I wanted to add on some more stuff to it, make it a little bit more better. So started with the steering wheel, $132.61. I showed that. I bought these two front tires for the red El Camino, but we used them on here and used the ones off of here onto the El Camino. $128.44 for them. Then we got to the exhaust. That exhaust X-pipe kit was $112.68. The two one-chamber mufflers were $66.10. The headers were $100.79. Then the Chinese 4-barrel knockoff quadrajet carb, $135.80. The intake manifold was $110. Spark plugs, $50. Spark plug boots, $10. Chrome air cleaner, $36.70. The carb adapter, $22. And then the windshield, $175. So that adds up to $1,080.12. So the total of both are $3,486.37. There's a few other, the chrome valve covers, like I said, a friend of mine gave them to me years ago. I did forget a few things, like that power supply. I marked down sandpaper and stuff, but I didn't mark down a gallon of Bondo. I used about a gallon of Bondo, so $30 for that. And some of the masking tape. Now probably $20-30 worth of masking tape. So there's a few little things I forgot, but basically $3,500. So that's it, guys. I mean, for $3,500, you got a pretty nice car. It's gonna have plenty of power. It looks great. It's worth, you know, 3-4 times what you got into it. And there it is. I mean, you couldn't buy a car done up like this for $3,500. So, and it didn't take that long. Well, it took a while, but a couple of months. But that's not like, you know, busting ass on it 8-10 hours a day or nothing. Okay, so I didn't mark down the parts car, the money in that. Basically, parts cars for me, I make money on them, so I marked down some, and I used the gold parts car for that car. I used the drivetrain in the 78 El Camino. See, so I was kind of splitting it up. I was going to split it up, 500 for the El Camino, 500 for the Malibu. $1,000 about what I paid for it. But I'm making money on this car, and it's just got a ton of, it doesn't look like it, but it's got a ton of good parts. And I already sold $300 worth of front end stuff. There's all this, well, those seats aren't from it, but worth a couple $100 scrap. I got a good rear end. People are calling on the rear end. Got the frame, got the column, got some window glass, good rear bumper, got all the tail lights, tail light panels. Whatever I sell on parts and what it's worth scrap is is what I paid for it. So I didn't mark down anything for the value of the parts car towards that. So yeah, it's always good to get a parts car when you have a build like that. That's well, that's the only reason I built the car, because I came across this parts car with all the mostly non-rusty parts on it, other than the quarter panels. So, and then to me, this car wasn't worth fixing, because it needed what Arts needed. It needed the floors, it needed the trunk, which was already done on Arts that I did 10 years ago. So anyway, guys, I didn't mark down anything for that. So yeah, if you get a chance, buy a parts car and sell the parts you don't use, because that's where you make your money back if you buy it cheap enough. That way you pretty much get all your parts for free. Okay, so I think that's all need to go over on what it costs to buy and build. You know, not everybody's going to get a car to start off with that $750, but I don't know, $750, it's not that expensive for or not that cheap to buy a non-desirable type car, or not as desirable, you know, as the older ones, but it's still a cool looking car. I mean, I wouldn't be embarrassed to drive it or nothing. I think a lot of people would like it. So yeah, you could, you know, pick these up, or any car like that 78 Nova I got. Pick up a 78 Nova or 77 Malibu or something that you can buy cheap, and start there instead of trying to buy a 69 Chevelle for 10 grand. That's a pile of junk. You can buy one of these. Okay, so I guess that's what I'll go over. I need to bleed the brakes. I need to put the chrome on. Figure out that red pinstripe. Like I said, I don't know. I want to do upper and lower. I'll figure that out. And whatever else I need to put together on this. So I'll be back later. We'll go over some more stuff. Okay, guys. Here it is out in the bright sun. Okay, got the chrome around the windows. Okay, here's the side chrome. It's just a stick-on chrome. It's got it off eBay. Don't have a link to it. It's not sponsored or nothing. So I put that on there just above the emblem. I wanted to put a little bit lower, but it would have been in the way of the emblem. That's okay. Okay, so I just put a red 1/4 inch pinstripe around the top. Tell me what you think about that. Thought about putting it on the bottom here as well. Also put some door edge guards on there. I don't know if it'd be too much. It already looks like it's, there's a lot of stuff going on, but I figure I have to put door guards on there. There's just too many people that just open their doors on cars, and they don't give a shit. Whether that'll help or not, it might be too high, but that's where it's supposed to go. It had the factory little aluminum skinny ones on there, but like the wheel well moldings are just all beat to shit, so can't reuse it. Yeah, I could have put red along the bottom. I could have put red around the outside of these, but I don't know. I think it might be a little too much. I did that side too. That's all I planned on, was a little red one on the top, but, and it could, you know, you could put pinstripes along this body line here all the way to here, and start with this body line and go down there. Just, you know, the wide one and the little skinny one, the regular pinstripe, but I think that'd be too much too. But anyway, that's it. I got a few more little things to put on. I forgot. I took the little chrome off here to paint it. Them on there. Do something with the rear view mirror. And a few other little things. But anyway, I'll be back. Okay, guys. A simple job like bleeding the brakes turning into an ordeal here. Started on this side. Where is my brake? Oh, I use the air one-man brake bleeder here. So I had it on the bleeder. Bleeder screw opened up fine. Nothing's coming out. Just nothing. Pump the brake pedal, nothing's coming out. So I undone this line here where it goes into the caliper, and there's fluid coming out of this line. So something's clogged in the caliper. Okay, so then I give up on that one. Come over here and just try to undo the bleeder. No way it's coming out. I tried everything, heating it up. Anyway, it rounded off. I put vice grips on it, heated it up, oil, everything, nothing. Just kept rounding off. And I have vice grips, but no, it wasn't coming off. So I think it might be GB welded in there or something. I don't know. I tried to take this one off, same thing. And I thought, ah, shit. So I took the hose off of here, and sure enough, it came right off. So I took the whole assembly off. So what I'm going to do now is go to the parts car and take both calipers off. The brakes were working on the parts car, so looks like I have to change over both calipers and then deal with the rear. So anyway, I'm fixing to do that before it gets dark, so I'll be back. Okay guys, I'll just show you this brake bleeder. Hook it up to your air hose. I just kind of stuck it here to save one hand to work with. Okay, so your bleeder screw is right there. Oh, by the way, yeah, I put these are from the all the way up to here from the parts car. I noticed, although the brakes went to the floor, it was kind of pulling on this side, and the friggin' brake pad, well, one brake pad was worn really bad on one side. That's the passenger side, but this is the driver's side here. Look at that. So this caliper was something wrong. I must have looked at this brake pad and figured they were both good. But anyway, the pads were really good from the parts car. So we just replaced everything on it. Okay, so you just turn the switch, hook it on the brake bleeder. You can feel it. So it's sucking. Use one hand there and then open the bleeder screw. You can see the fluid coming out. So yeah, just do that to get all the air out, tighten it up, and you'll probably have to do it 3 or 4 times, go around the whole car. So I'm just getting the front ones done now, and then the flex down there. Now I'm fixing to do the back ones, and then go around it a few more times. So anyway, that's the way I do it. If you don't have anybody to sit here and pump the brake pedal. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, the brake bleeder on this rear, the little tip's broken off. It's not leaking, it's just that tip's off and can't bleed it. Can't put the little deal on there and turn it. The other side was okay, I bled that one, but anyway, I just drove it around here. The brakes go down pretty far and the brake light's on, but it stops, and it seems to stop evenly. Like I said before, it would pull to the left So there was something wrong with that caliper on the left, so I'm glad I changed that. So the only way to fix this is to get the new brake cylinders. No use putting used ones on there. They're pretty cheap. You know, I don't know, $6.99, $8.99, something like that. And probably best do the pair. So that's gonna have to be a job for another day. Not too worried about it. It stops. I think we can take it for a test drive there tomorrow down the road. Hopefully no cops give me any tickets, because tag's been out since '07. Don't have insurance on it, but we'll take her down the road there, see what she does, open her up a little bit and see how much power it's got. Can't really compare before and after, because we don't know what it was like before, even though it was, carburetor was a little messed up and the single exhaust. It's definitely going to be a lot faster and stuff than before, but we won't know for sure. But anyway, we'll take it for a drive, see how it drives, and we'll go from there. So we'll see you tomorrow. Okay guys, I got another product to show you. Sponsor sent me this. What's cool about this jump starter is it's also an air compressor. So it's by Vtoman. There's all the stats on it. Steps to use air compressor. Okay, well that's the box it came in. Let me unpack it and we'll check it out, see if it's charged up. We'll be right back. Okay guys, it comes in a little carrying package. Now everybody should have one of these and keep it in your trunk whenever you you know, especially for a classic car, you're driving around on weekends or whatever. And that way you got a tire inflator and a jumper. So this is it here. It's pretty damn heavy. Just turned it on. Here's your booster cables, your cord to charge it, and thing to charge it or air up your tires. So I just turned it on, and then turn that off. That's your set your PSI, and it came charged up. There's 3 things on it. Oh, it also should have a flashlight, right? There it is. There's a light. Oh, there's a flashing red light. Okay, so we're going to bring this over and jump a dead battery. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, we're going to try the booster on my 70 Le Mans here. These, just got to remember, these old carbureted cars, you got to prime the carburetors after you let them sit for a while, because the new gas will just evaporate. So don't sit there and crank the piss out of it for 10 minutes or you're wearing out your starter and everything. I just used a little cup of gas and just poured it down the float. I guess they're called vents. There's a Edelbrock. The Rochester has a tube up the middle. You just fill it up. Okay, so let's try this out. Yeah, so the supposed to be able to just push this button here if it's Okay, there it is. A little, this wasn't pushed in all the way. Okay, we haven't started this up in a while. Let's see if it... No, we gotta click that boost. You gotta click that boost button and there goes the electric fan going. Uh-oh, I used all the gas. I'm gonna pour a little bit more gas in there. But anyway, it works. Yeah, you just, this stuff here is just for the, that's for your batteries charged up, and this is just for your inflating the tires. And that little deal there I showed you is for the thing. You just click the boost. Okay, well it works. Check it out in the description. Link in there. Should be a discount code and all that. Okay. Okay guys, I got it around by the shop. Yeah, all the tires are a little bit, well, I think that one's okay. These ones are all about half flat. So I screwed the cord into here, and then you just snap this onto the valve stem here. And push power. See what happens. Yeah, that one's half flat, so is that one. Yeah, I'm gonna put this car on a regular battery charger so we can get that battery charged up, and then see if this trickle charger will keep it up. I set it at 36 psi, so probably go up higher. 38. See what the tires say. Got all weather cracks on these tires. Anyway, it's charging up, airing up the tires, boost the battery. I said I'll put a link and everything in the description. And yeah, check it out. Okay, we'll see you. Okay guys, I just finished the video and said see y'all later when Art called me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this clip in right before the test drive. Okay, so I mentioned that I texted Art last night and sent him a couple of pictures of when I started on it with the roof cut off and everything, quarters cut off. And I said, I'm fixing up your car and it's all on YouTube. And he replied this morning, ha ha. And I guess he thought I was joking. So this morning I came out here and took three or four pictures of this and sent it to him. Well, he just must have checked his messages just now, and he can't believe it. He thought, oh, I thought you were kidding. I thought you were cutting it up for parts or something. And I said, no, I fixed it up. He goes, is that the same car, really? I said, yeah. So we just talked for about a half an hour, went over everything, and he wants to buy it back. But he doesn't have the money. He's waiting on his Social Security or something, and I don't know. He said he's going to come over and look at it. Didn't say when, and said he'll put a down payment and pay me the rest or something. I said, listen, all right, you know, I got 2.5, 3 months of labor into this and $3,500. I said, I need to get my money back, you know. Yeah. I got a whole lifetime of memories with that car. I really like to get it back. So, we'll see what happens. But anyway, yeah, he was telling me stuff he didn't tell me before. He said he had this in a shop for paint work, and he said they took his motor. He said he had a really high performance built motor in this, a Positrack rear end, race rear end, and some bars coming from the transmission to the rear end to stabilize it, all new brakes and stuff, because I started talking to him about the brakes. He said they took all that stuff off his car and put on used stuff, and he was suing them. Oh, I don't know when this was. Must have been a long time ago, 20 years ago or something. And so I never knew that story about this car. But it to tell you the truth, it looks all original. But I'm not saying he's lying or nothing. But he said, yeah, they just put a junkyard motor in there. He goes, how does it run? I said, man, it runs pretty good. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. But anyway, okay. So I guess after this clip, we go for the test drive, and then we'll come back, and I'll say goodbye and all that. Okay, we'll see you. Okay, guys, here we go on its first drive, and who knows how long, at least 07. Oh, yeah, I don't think I got that kickdown hooked up right. That's right. Steering wheel's pretty straight. It's a lot better than it was. A couple of dogs up here. Yeah, the brakes kind of go to the floor, but it's filthy. It's all dusty. Maybe in second gear because of that kickdown cable. It's kind of bogged down there at the beginning. Could be that carburetor needs a little adjustment. I didn't do anything to that carburetor. Took it right out of the box, put her on there. Didn't do no fine tuning or nothing. Got some big old meats on it. I don't think it's gonna spin the tires, but oh yeah, it bogs down right there, and then yeah, you heard that squawk there. It's just a one-wheel peel, but it felt like one made noise and the other. Isn't that weird? These two bikers here. Big old black burnout mark, probably from what I did with another car. Yeah, it's big old wide rims and tires on this, and it still squealed the tires. See, it bogs down right there, and it kicks in. Plenty of power, just needs a little fine tuning on that. Put this dash cover on. Dash cover blew off. Probably just need to adjust the air fuel mixture on them, on the carburetor. She really opened up there. Oh yeah, she's got plenty of power. Okay guys, I think that's it for the test drive. I'll be back. Okay guys, temperature gauge is reading just over 100. I don't know if it works or not. Check under the hood, make sure nothing's leaking. May have to put in one of those aftermarket temperature gauges. Temperature gauge wire is hooked up there, the factory one for the idiot light, or not the idiot light, it's actually got a gauge on it. But yeah, I think it should be over 100 degrees. But anyway, they just need some minor stuff. I mean, the rear wheel cylinders are $13.99 at AutoZone. So that's 14, that's 28 plus tax. And I can get it on eBay for 23 for the pair. So I'm just going to order a pair off of eBay. Just because the bleeder screw is busted on that side. Other than that, I don't know, just minor stuff. Might put in a temperature gauge. Maybe not. But anyway, that's it. Yeah, she's all dirty. Oh, I gotta see if I can round up some rubber for them bumper guards, but I'm not too worried about it. Well, hey, Nikki, how you doing? You missed a ride, didn't you? You missed a ride in the car? You wanted to go for a ride in the car, didn't you? Huh? Poor girl. My poor girl. You want to say hi to everybody? You want to say hi to everybody? That sun's getting in here a little bit, isn't it, Nikki? 9 in the morning and that sun is hot, hot, hot. Okay, well guys, I think that's about it for the videos on this. The only other thing I got is a little clip, well, about a 20-minute clip of explaining me putting in the new windshield. But I'll just tack that onto another video. I got some other stuff to do. I bought a compression tester, and I'm fixing to do a compression test on that driver's side bank on the engine because something's missing or something. So I might do the compression test, the windshield. I got a dash cam from a sponsor. I don't know what to put it in. If I was driving the Nomad all the time, I'd put it in that because that's the one I would take on trips. But I may just put it in my little daily driver type car there for now. I can always swap it over to a different vehicle later. And I don't know how to hook that thing up. I mean, I haven't checked it yet, but you know, I don't know about the Wi-Fi and what all needs to be hooked up to get that going. But I need to do that. I got it from a sponsor, so maybe we'll do them 3 things in the next video, and then probably get back onto the van or the 78 Nova. I'm gonna have to do something with that transmission and the exhaust, and maybe just put that up for sale as is. So yeah, we may do that. Hopefully we just change the fluid and it'll work. But if not, I got another transmission here from that 78 El Camino, same year and everything. Right there. I hate to do it on my back without a lift or anything, but if we have to, we're going to change over the whole transmission. Yeah, there's that kick down. See, it should be about in the middle. But I don't know, it kicked down all right. Okay, well, I think that's it for the car then. I did message Art. I texted him last night, and I says, I built your car on YouTube, and I sent him a couple of pictures of when I started it and had the roof cut off and the quarters cut off. And he messaged me back this morning and said, ha ha, that's all he wrote. I guess he thought I was kidding. He thought I just cut it up. Maybe he thought I just cut it up just for a YouTube video. So I came out here, this is a couple hours ago, about 7 in the morning. I come out and took some pictures of it like this and sent it to him. But he hasn't replied yet. Just so he knows I wasn't joking, I actually fixed it all up. But anyway, yeah, let me know what y'all think on it. I think that's all I need to go over. If anybody wants to buy it, I put about 1,000 more into it than I planned. Well worth it to me though. So I don't know, I'm thinking probably, I don't know, 11, I was thinking 10,000, but an extra 1,000 I put into it. Probably 11,000. Might put it up for 12. But I'll probably just keep it like the rest of them, you know, instead of, I just don't really like dealing with buyers. You know, they just come over and tire kickers and want to lowball you, and fuck them. I just soon keep them. Somebody can deal with them when I'm dead. Take over the estate and auction them off, I guess. So anyway, I think that's all, guys. Subscribe if you haven't. Always working. Come out here. Oh, this car, I couldn't see the exact date. I think it was June 11th. June 11th was the date on the picture. The YouTube first video on this, it just says 2 months ago. I don't know the exact date, but the picture I sent Art with the roof cut off was June 11th. So today's August 27th, 6th. So that's 2.5 months. So that's what it took, guys, 2.5 months. You know, like I said, not 8 to 10 hours a day, but, you know, a few hours in the morning, a few hours in the evening. And as long as you can do that, you can get it done, get a project done. So don't, you know, it's like if you're sitting there on a couch watching TV and you got a project car in the garage and you think, oh, I'll just watch this 2-hour movie. And then you watch that and it's, you know, dinner time, or, you know, too lazy to go out there and work. But if you didn't watch the movie, you said, you know what, I'm just going to go out and work on my car for 2 hours. You can get a lot done if you do that every day. Just a couple of hours every day, and you can get a friggin' car built in a couple of months. Believe me. You know, it depends on all the work, but anyway, that's the way I look at it. Every day you got to get something done on it. But yeah, making the YouTube videos helps, gives me a little motivation of you know, making the videos and getting it done and all that. But like I said, guys, I was doing this, been doing this for a long time. I'd been doing it without YouTube for a long time, off and on. So anyway, I just thought I'd let y'all know that. Just, you know, I don't want to be like Puddin' and say, you know, sitting on your ass ain't gonna finish your project. But basically the same type of thing. Just, you know, if you can, you know, I know some of you guys are partially disabled and all that, but if you can just get out there and get a, you know, a little bit done here and there, eventually it'll get done. But the more you put it off, the more it gets put on the back burner, and then the thing just sits for 10, 20 years in your garage, or gets pushed out in a field somewhere. So anyway, just thought I'd let y'all know that. Okay, guys. Well, like I said, subscribe, like, comment, share. Let me know what y'all think. Tell me what it's worth. All that stuff. So we'll see y'all next video. Thanks everybody for watching.